my car. I'm with JD. We're heading to Otski to attend a pub quiz.
Yep.
So we'll see how that is. But anyhow, let's. This is a good chance. We're on the highway actually. To finish off my Q&A. So let's continue. Question 9. How has your view of Japan changed? Has your view of Japan changed a lot since you first arrived? That's kind of a hard question, I think.
That's a deep one.
I guess I didn't really... Obviously, I've learned more and more and more about Japan since I've been here, so the easy answer is yes, it has changed. But then again, I don't really remember if I had much of an opinion before or not, right?
Right.
I mean, it was all new to me, so obviously I've developed an idea of what Japan is just by being here, so in that case, yeah.
I'd agree with that. Like, I've been here for 10 years now, so I think if you look up online, everybody who comes to Japan and stays for a long time, they go through phases. There's the honeymoon phase where you get here and everything's amazing, and then maybe you crash a bit because you hit a few culture shock points, and then you get used to those, and there's ups and downs, but I think the overall trend is an upwards trend. At least it is for me. As you get used to things,
positive experiences.
Yeah, as you make friends, like native Japanese friends, and you get along better with your coworkers, and you learn how society works. Like your view of Japan, like I think everybody goes through the phase where you're totally against. It's like, oh, why do they do it this way? Or you might also think like, oh man, I wish that my own home country did things this way.
Right. That's another interesting point. Not just coming to Japan, but if you travel abroad anywhere, it also gives you a new perspective on your home country, I think.
Yeah, cleanliness for one. Like people in Japan don't just toss cigarette butts and litter everywhere. I mean, things are impeccably clean.
Very clean, very safe. Very organized. So yeah, Japan's a good place.
I respect Japan.
Are religion and spirituality a more common trait in Japan?
You want me to start with that?
Sure.
Okay. Here's my take, and of course, I don't think either of us can speak for all Japanese people by no means, but my experience on the whole has been that religion in Japan is less.
Right.
That's my opinion. Like most people, I think, their Shinto exists, Buddhism exists. However, finding like devout people of one religion or another seems far and few between, at least to me.
Yeah, I think it's just so much part of the culture that you can almost, it's indistinguishable, kind of, like people go to the temple for New Year's, people buy Lucky Charms, etc., etc.
Like, and to the degree that people actually believe in those type of things, I don't think it's as strong as, for example, the Christian community. Like in my experience in the States, I'm from Kentucky, so of course it's kind of part of the Bible Belt, and there are a lot of people, including some of my own relatives, that are like very devout Christians, and they believe very strongly in religion and things like that. Whereas I've never really come across like very strong believers in one thing or another in Japan. Like I can't say I ever have. Those that I have met have all been foreigners.
It's not really predominant as a religion, but it's just sort of common sense, like, what is it, the golden rule? Be good to each other.
Yeah.
Everyone pretty much lives a very considerate lifestyle in general, right? So they're not going to church and stuff like that, but they are living with consideration for those around them. So, yay, Japan.
Yeah.
Next question. Are there comic and RPG game stores there? What are they like? So, yeah, there are.
Yes.
Where we live, not so much. Especially in English, right?
Right.
Of course, there are places where people can go to buy Japanese comics. Like, it's pretty much everywhere you can buy the manga, right? Any bookstore, any like
you know, they're excited to be in like the mecca of that culture, but then they find, oh, I can't read this, I can't understand this,
Right.
and it's kind of for those big bands, it's a little disheartening for them that they, because you have to study for years and years to be at the level where you can understand manga, like native manga and that kind of stuff. You don't really
Right.
find any English manga and stuff like that.
But you could also see it as a challenge to help you learn
You could.
the language more. And
And for
stuff,
some
so-
it is. Yeah.
Right, but for us,
We're not really into that.
No, not really. But we are interested in gaming.
Yeah.
And when you say RPG games, I don't know. There could be maybe thinking video games or tabletop games.
Could be either one.
There's both though. But
I would assume they're probably thinking of video games because there are a lot. Most
Right.
popular of which being what's it? Not Final Fantasy. That's number 2. Here in Japan, what is it? It's got the slimes.
what?
It's Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest.
Yes. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. It's such a popular game here.
Right.
But anyway, yeah. I mean,
So-
games like that and Dragon Quest are very popular here.
But if they're talking about RPG games like tabletop games, where we live, there isn't a store at all in English that we can get access to that stuff. Of course, the internet is there, but we'd have to go to Shinjuku.
Yeah.
Yep, go to the Yellow Submarine, right?
Yes.
And you can buy your dice, you can buy your gaming supplies, you can buy lots of board games.
Yeah, they have a modest English game selection.
And the thing that I was impressed recently on my trips there is their Japanese section has grown a lot. Like, talking about board games. I don't know if the viewers know about games like, you know, Settlers of Catan or Ticket to Ride. These kind of popular games are starting to come out more and more in Japanese. So the gaming hobby in Japan seems to be picking up, or at least they're making more and more games for that. So that's good. And the next question, are Miyazaki and Ghibli as popular in Japan as they are, I guess, abroad? And obviously, yes.
Yeah.
They're very popular.
Yeah.
In fact, isn't there like a Miyazaki museum?
There is. I've been there.
Oh, you've been there?
Ghibli Museum.
Yeah. What's that like? I guess it's all...
It's interesting. There's exhibits of like the animation process, as well as it's oriented towards smaller children because there's lots of little like small short passageways that are big enough for like a small child, but an adult would have to like stoop and crouch
That's
to get
kind of
through
fun.
them.
Yeah.
So it's fun, a lot of fun for kids.
Right.
And they have like the Echo Bus, like a life-size version of the Echo
Oh,
Bus.
really?
And there's all kinds of cool stuff in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say
Everybody knows.
yeah,
all this stuff, right?
without a doubt that the whole Ghibli culture is way more popular in Japan than outside of Japan. Like if I asked some of my friends back in the States, like, hey, do you know who Miyazaki is? They'd be like, who?
Right.
Whereas if I say to anybody here in Japan, they know.
Of course.
So yeah, definitely more popular here.
Next question. What Western bands are famous in Japan?
That's hard.
Well,
Any
there's,
ideas?
you know, there's a lot of like old school bands that are well known. Obviously, the
Yeah.
Beatles are still very well known. I'm not sure the younger generation really cares, but that's pretty typical anywhere you go.
Right.
But in I don't know, in Japan, the Beatles are characteristically kind of known.
Right.
Somehow
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, everyone knows Michael Jackson. You know, all the really popular bands that you would know. The Carpenters are still relatively known, and I think some bands have taken those kind of songs and made Japanese versions of them, so people are familiar with that. I'm thinking of whenever I go to 7-Eleven, they're playing one of the Monkees songs.
Sleepy Jean. Or
Yeah, what is it?
What is it?
Daydream Believer.
Oh, Daydream Believer.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what it's.
But it's the Japanese version. That's their theme song, right?
Sleepy Jean.
Yeah. As far as modern music is concerned, I think if you're like a top artist, you're going to be known. Like I remember a few years back, like Avril Lavigne or Justin Bieber is known by younger kids. This kind
so different than the States. I mean, if I asked my parents who, oh, I don't know, like Bruno Mars was, they probably wouldn't know.
But remember that the Japanese, or J-pop, I guess, is a huge industry here. So
yeah, they have their own music, which I'm not a huge fan of, to be honest.
No, but
they tend to always sound the same. Like,
but the kids have their favorites. I mean, today, what would you say are some of, or do you even know any of the bands that are popular today? Like a lot of my kids like Green.
Green.
With a bunch of E's, Green. And there's also The End of the World.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah.
I don't know any of their songs.
Yeah, I don't know their songs. And one band that I'm kind of interested about is called Man with a Mission.
Oh, those are the ones with the wolf heads?
Yes.
I love their costumes.
Yeah.
If you don't know Man with I don't know what their sound is.
Yeah.
But I've just seen a video or two of theirs, and they've just a band, but they all wear these realistic looking giant wolf heads.
Yeah, they're wearing suits with wolf heads, basically. Yeah.
So it's like, what?
So I don't know if my kids are totally into them, but they're interesting. Okay, let's continue.
Oh, I do have one or two recommendations. Okay. If you like rock music, try a band called Flip.
Okay.
And I
thought you were going to say the Sex Machine Guns.
No.
I'm just kidding.
No. Flip, all those Sex Machine Guns, they're
pretty heavy.
It's a heavy sound with joke lyrics, kind of.
What about Baby Metal? Have you heard of them?
Oh, I saw a video of them. They were like on React.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with them, but
they were on like the React channel. That's how I know about them. And then one more. It's like a techno group called Perfume. There's 3 girls that do the singing, but it's like techno music. Some of them, their songs are pretty good. And other ones are a little bit too bubblegum, like goofy. I don't know, little girl type of stuff.
I think there's a few Korean bands that may be kind of popular too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Don't ask me what they're called, but I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Anyhow, next question: where do you see yourself in your channel in 5 years? I have no idea. I guess hopefully I'll have more subscribers, and hopefully I'll be putting out better content in 5 years. That's all I can say.
I don't really have that much of a channel at the moment, so if my channel goes anywhere, it will probably be in one of 2 directions. Either one, kind of like a gaming Let's Play channel, it's focusing on maybe like Don't Starve or Minecraft, and the other idea would be kind of a Japanese English I guess language lessons.
Right, like a hybrid Japanese English kind of thing. Yeah,
hybrid Japanese English language. Like I would do it with my wife probably, who's Japanese.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I put a link to your channel?
If you want. There's not really much there.
Or do you want to wait until it builds up a bit?
There's going to be a link in the description to a channel that has barely any content on it. Yay.
Okay. It's coming soon.
Coming soon-ish, whatever.
Okay. Next question. Have people from school found your channel? And the answer is no, I guess. Not yet. I'm waiting for it to happen, but right now I'm creating content that hopefully will be friendly enough for them to find it. Okay. I guess let's just leave it at that, right?
Yeah.
So one day they'll find it, and it'll get a whole bunch of views because they'll tell their friends and tell their friends and tell their friends until the whole school knows about it.
Yeah, if they do find it, it'll go viral pretty quick.
Well, viral.
It'll pick up pretty quick. Yeah.
It'll be a bunch of views. Which is interesting because recently we're learning English obviously at school, and the kids are learning the pattern, like what do you want to be when you grow up, and many students said I want to be a YouTuber. So of course they're watching Japanese channels a lot, but one of these days one of them is going to stumble across my channel. And yeah. And then the final question before we arrive is, what are your favorite small channels? So it's kind of hard to say a favorite, but there are some channels that I watch a lot that are kind of small like me, and mostly they're like part of the food community, other reviewers, as well as other cooking channels that I watch. And I don't know if I can list them all here without alienating someone because I forgot to mention them. But I think most of you know who they are because you see them commenting on my videos, and around in the community you can see me commenting on their videos. So hopefully that's a good enough answer for you guys.
I don't know. I don't really watch YouTube small channels unless I have some interesting reason for doing so. Although channels I do watch are kind of here and there. I watch like the King of Random.
That's a small channel for sure.
Is it?
No, it's huge.
It's huge.
It's like 7 million or something.
What else?
But yeah.
There's a Minecraft player named Mumbo Jumbo, who I kind of like because he does a lot of stuff with redstone and, well, you don't know.
Maybe you can pull right in here.
Yeah, I think I can pull in here.
I think.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So here we are. We're pulling right into the restaurant now.
Yes.
And we're about to go inside and do the pub quiz. So good luck to us.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video.
Bye-bye.
Pull up a little bit. Hello. Good.